Hi guys, welcome to Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen. I want to do these two little trinket trays today because I've got some silk screen stencils I'm dying to try out. So I think I'm going to go around the edge here with green glitter in one, obviously with resin, and pink in the other one. So I'm just going to go off, mix up my resin, and I will be right back. See you in a sec. Hey guys, I'm going to do these one at a time. Simply because I've only got a small amount of resin mixed up here left over from something else I was just making. I'll mix up more for the other one. So I think I'm going to go with this chameleon glitter that I got from Temu. It arrived just as I started filming, so I changed my mind about the other colours because these look so pretty. I'm hoping I've got enough in that cup to just go around, put a small layer in this. It's like pinks and blues. Don't know how well the chameleon effect will show on camera, but hopefully it'll show up nicely in the finished piece. Or you can't see that. Not that it's very interesting, all I'm doing is stirring. So. Okay. So cross your fingers that I've got enough to go round. And there will be a little bit of cleanup to do because I'm not that neat. I try. I'm just not very good at being tidy and neat. I'll wipe that off there before it sets. Oh, there's ample actually. I could have done the bigger tray with this one, but never mind. I'm making a mess. Where's my little silicone spatula? Here we go. That's better. Push it down into the sides and then I'll wipe the centre part clean before it sets. It'll be far more difficult to take off after it's cured. May even have enough to do the second tray. What I think I'll do for that one is I will, where's my tissue? There we go. So I've got some other colours and I think I'll mix in a bit of this greeny gold. Hopefully, no, it's not focusing, but anyway, yeah, I'll just move that out of the way a little. At the other tray, need a little more space than I've actually given myself there. Better? Yeah, so I'm going to mix some of this in with that and see what colour we end up with. It'll be interesting if nothing else. Two totally different colours. So let's get that mixed in. So obviously this is going to be a lot thicker because I've got a lot more glitter in it. Right, here we go. Let's hope this is enough to go all the way around. I think it might just do it. and around. Find its level. It's getting there. I think I've just got enough. Excellent. Actually got a little bit left. Nothing big enough to do anything with. Probably stick it into one of my pocket hag moulds. I don't like throwing away resin. It is pretty much perfect for level. I'm going to clean all this mess up and see you when we're ready for the next coat. Bye. Hey guys, these are all set now. So I've got my Resin Pro eye crystal mixed up. What have I made? I made 180 grams here. Hopefully that'll be enough to fill them both. So first of all, I'm going to colour this with white, just standard white mica powder. Somebody's just pulled up outside with a very loud radio on. I'm hoping that I can edit that out. I'll start with that and see how we get on. Do need to work fairly fast with this because it might get a little hot. But I'm going to be splitting it down into separate cups in a minute, so just need to get this mixed in first. The plan is that I'm going to split this into some other cups, and I'm going to leave half of it white, and then oh dear, where am I? Yeah, I'm going to put half of this mixture into two separate cups. I'm going to leave this half white, and then in the other cups I'm going to add a bit of green to one and a bit of pink to the other, just to kind of match with colours, and hope that they stay reasonably separate in the trays. We can but hope, eh? If they got mixed together, it's not the end of the world. I'm not sure how much of the background you're going to see anyway, to be honest. Kind of depends on what I end up doing with them, because I've already changed my mind 3 times. Okay, so let's get that poured off into these cups. Roughly equal amounts. Doesn't need to be exact. Right, so pop this to one side and get my colours. Get my spoons. Okay, so I'm going to use this fuchsia in one to go with this one. This was part of a set that I got from Amazon, and oh yes, I haven't opened it. Typical. My craft knife. Shame they don't have a little tab on them to be able to pull this off. But then I'd probably make even more mess doing it that way. I'm going to get all of my fingers anyway, and it has. Grab a wet wipe. Most it off. Okay, so I don't want to put too much in because I don't want this to be dark. I just want like a hint of pink in it. So, stirring stick. We'll see how we get on, adding a little bit at a time. Very pretty pearly colour. I don't think that's going to be dark enough. I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. Decisions, eh? The tiniest little bit more in. Don't want to overdo it. Get the lid back on that. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a moment, make sure that the ink is not lumpy, and move on to this one, which is going to be this azure green. Well, this one I have opened. I was pretty sure I'd used this one before. That should be enough, but we'll soon find out. I did kind of wonder about using white pigment paste instead of the mica powder, but kind of wanted to I wanted the sparkle that the pigment the mica powder gives rather than the flat white that you get from the pigment paste. Okay, so let's give this another little stir and see how that's going. Yeah, that seems fine. So I'm going to move the pink one to one side. Move this to one side. Bring this forward so you can see I'm trying to be careful so that I don't actually end up dripping one colour into the other, obviously. That on my tissue. Get this out of here as well. That on the tissue too. So what I want to do, kind of go white at the top and the green at the bottom. Hello, pretty cat. I've got a visitor. One of the many cats that live in my garden. So that's roughly how I want it to be. I know it's going to change. Mica powder, resin will kind of draw towards the middle anyway, so it's not going to stay as it is. But it's okay. I'm just going to push that back over there. I'll top it up if I have any left over. I don't think I mixed up quite enough. And I'm going to do the same with the pink. Once I've remembered to take the stick out and wipe it off. Okay. So yeah, I want to do the same kind of thing with the pink. So start with it on the bottom here, and then the white in at the top. As you can probably see, the mould is not full. I didn't mix up enough, but I may just put a back coat on it when this is cured. Or on the other hand, I may not. We'll see how we go. Okay, so I believe that's all I can do for this evening. Time's getting on. Dinner will be on the table soon. So I will clear away, tidy up, leave these to cure, and I will be back with you in the morning. Bye. Hey guys, these are all set now. I'm going to do them one at a time. As you can probably tell, I did put another coat on the back, simply because it just wasn't enough in the mould. So, what you can. These are new molds. They did come from Temu. And I have already noticed that there are kind of scratches in the mold, so they'd need a top coat regardless of whatever I was doing. Come away clean, which is always a good sign. Yep, so that's strangely light around the edge, but that's okay. So for this one, I got this pack of stickers also from Temu. Quite a few different ones in there, and they're very pretty. But I've decided to go for this one, assuming it'll fit. Yes. Okay, so what I should have done, and I didn't, is get my tape ready. I can just remember where I put it. Here it is. So just a little bit of tape on either side of the sticker. Pull them apart, and if we're really lucky, it'll do first time. Sometimes it does, sometimes you have to have a couple of goes at it. There you go. That's the backing off. I want to do this carefully, so I don't want to get any bubbles underneath it, but I'm going to start at the bottom here. Push it. Work my way up gently with it. Try and avoid bubbles as much as possible. Unfortunately, the angle I'm doing this from, I can't tell whether there are any bubbles under there or not. I just have to hope. No, actually, he went down pretty well. A couple of little bubbles here and there. Mostly at the edge where I started. So let's see if I can push those out. That's got most of them. So that will be having a top coat in a minute, but I want to get the other one done first. Over there. That's me knocking everything off the desk. Okay, it wasn't anything breakable. I really do love this glitter though. And here's the second one. Now you can see I didn't mix the mica powder in well enough. It's got a couple of little blobs in there. Look at that gorgeous sparkle on that glitter. So for this one, you may have seen in my Temu haul a week or two ago that I got some tumbler wraps. Now, I don't do tumbler. The plan was always to put them in trays. This one was kind of like this. So obviously that's not all going to fit in here, so I trimmed it down. And I'm looking at this, and I'm going to need to trim a little off the bottom, I think. Just going to have to trim it a little bit around here. And the same with this one. I can take it over to where I'm looking at. Okay, there's my scissors. I'm going to do this a little bit at a time because I don't want to risk taking too much off and ruining the whole thing. Now, if you're going to do this, obviously scissors is the best way. But I found when I was trimming it earlier on, because these were very, very close to the centerpiece, I had to use a craft knife. Now, if you're going to use a craft knife, excuse me, it's better if you can to do it from the back. It goes through a lot easier. You get a cleaner line. or you do with this particular one anyway. Okay, that's that one. See if I can get this one similar. Need to trim a little more off the edge here. Should have done this before I switched the camera on, but obviously they were still in the mould at that point, so I couldn't. I think we're about there. Close as we're going to get without destroying them anyway. Right, wish me luck. Never done this before. So, how do I get the back sheet off is the question. So again, wherever I put my tape, no, that didn't work. I think probably a corner is best for this. Okay, I'm really messing this up now. Oh, there you go. Came off. No, no, I can't get the tape off. Right, let's go. And again, I'm trying to make sure there are as few bubbles underneath it as possible. Get this one out of the way, because otherwise I'm going to end up sticking that one on top of the other. Actually, quite like it with just the one in it, but I'm committed now. Or maybe I should be committed. One or the other. I can see quite a big bubble there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Now what I need to do is find the edge again. I've got my wading tool out really, shouldn't I? And peel off the top film. Rub that down a little harder there, otherwise it's going to come off. Obviously what you don't want is for it of the transfer to lift. And we're almost there. And there we go. I'm torn. I think I'm actually going to leave it at the one, because that is really, really pretty. I don't want to overdo it and spoil the whole thing. On the sheet were these cogs, and I'm wondering about just popping up a couple of those in. Yeah, decisions. I'm going to put them on, just the hell of it. You can tell me later in the comments whether you think I should have left this part off or not. And then I can get them apart again. Oh, back to the good old tape trick. There we are. I'm going to randomly place them to help cover up the blobs where I didn't mix the mica properly. Add that before it settles down there. Got that. And there we have it. So that's finished. What am I doing next? Oh yes, I need to put a thin layer of resin down over the top of this, but hope you can see the detail in that. It's absolutely beautiful. Here's where I've got the bubble that I can't get rid of. Got one or two small ones here. I think this is a case of practice makes perfect, really. So I'm going to go mix up some resin, give both of these a top coat, and I'll get you some photos and see you for the next one. Bye!